Will one of you guys please give us a little recap of what we did last session?
Marcel will give his interpretation of what happened last
I
session.
would love that.
All right. Marcel, being the ever stoic leader and number one, a member of the group, decided that, hey, stuff stinks. A lot of this stuff stinks. Like, a lot. Lucian is all doing nothing but books and such. We're all moving here and there. Lot talking, yada, 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 yada. And Marcel really wants to figure out what's going on with his sword. But all of this distractions, like buying new magic items, and he bought himself a cloak, and Rosarius has himself a sword. And a lot of that is kind of overwhelming for a poor half-elf who the whole world kind of revolves around him and no one else. So when he decides that we should be a group and go on our next important adventure from Professor Rand, we should definitely go as a team. But after some explaining from Thera how the certain portal works, because he was paying attention, but Thera was giving him, backup advice just in case. And we were given these stones that take us back. If we break them, we can just splash them at someone or something, and we go back to the college after we teleport to the what is the place called? The desert place? What's the desert place called?
Tsabreen?
Tsabreen is the city. Tsabreen. You guys are going to Khal'An, which is another city, but smaller. And then all of this is located right on the edge of the Parhanam Desert.
Yes. Magic now, and more magic now.
Place name, backstory, plot.
We all had a lot of fun in the bazaar, learning about new things like a Colosseum, getting a really nice clothes. Marcel looks like Julius Caesar. Rosarius looks like a chump. And now we're taking a very nice carriage off to the place we need to be from this very not so enthusiastic driver. And we also had a lot of fun talking to each other.
Yeah.
Oh, and Director Loomis is the best, and all you guys can fight me on that.
Any disagreements with that?
I might fight you on that.
Nice.
Like, yeah. I didn't hear any disagreements with that. Yeah, that's a pretty good recap. I say let's get started. You guys are currently traveling in this carriage. It is hot, muggy, you're sweaty. Not a fun time. Eventually, after hours and hours of traveling, you guys watching the sandy landscape turn into more like cracked dirt. You guys see some like reddish gray trees start to populate the area. The terrain gets a little bit rocky, and there's some bumps in the road, but you guys are able to, manage to.
Guys, this is the rocky road.
Marcel has some sort of fourth wall knowledge that the rest of you just don't seem to have.
I thought it was pretty smooth.
But he's getting to him.
At some point,
lost sunlight.
The carriage driver just kind of like calls back to you guys through the little window that's there so that he can talk to you all. He just says, "It's a bumpy road ahead. Make sure to hold on to your things."
Marcel's holding onto his sword.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
That didn't sound convincing.
At all. Do you want to talk about it?
No.
Well, I did what I could, guys.
You're so persistent.
Damn.
He doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah, leave the poor guy alone.
I will give all of you the opportunity. I know we talked a little bit about it last session, but you're going to be on the road for quite a while. At this point, you've already been on the road for about 4 hours, so that initial, like, oh, I finally have some downtime to read, or meditate, think about specific things. Now that it's gotten almost to a line of boredom, and with that message that you got, Ava, I'll let each of you go around and just tell us a little bit about, what is your character doing or thinking? How are they passing the time? Give us a brief little insight. We'll start with Marcel.
You see Marcel, it's kind of like just focusing purely on his sword, cleaning it, looking through it, making sure there's no, not even a speck of sand on it. Doing everything he can to make sure it's in pristine condition.
Absolutely. Athera, how are you passing the time?
I'm gonna at one point wild shape into like a wolf and just run beside the carriage and like kind of like scout around, just look.
For sure. You want to go ahead and give me that nature check?
Would love to.
Well, we're all gonna die.
Yeah.
And blows up.
Yippee.
What is this? 13.
13. Cool. You wild shape into a wolf, you get some of your energy out, you just kind of, you're feeling really cooped up, you go outside, view around a little bit. Go ahead and give me a perception check or investigation, whichever you think would be better.
Persuasion.
Religion.
Persuasion.
Wolf religion.
19.
19 perception.
Perception.
You're running around and you see that coming up after this terrain starts to get a little bit more rocky and like the ground is a little more jagged. It's less sandy here. You guys are in this savanna type region. Through the like occasional bushes and grass that you can see out in front of you guys, there seems to be a spot where the road kind of dips down between like these two rocky, they're not cliffs because they're not big enough to be cliffs, but it's almost like a tiny little crevice, if that makes sense. Like the road goes down and then there's a rocky face at either side for, about 100, 150 feet.
Valley?
150 feet down, or it's just...
No, it's only like 20 or 30 feet down, but then it's in that sort of crevice for about 100 or 150 feet.
Oh, okay. Is it something I can like go look around in, or I'm just like, oh, that's cool.
Sure, I'll say on a 19 perception with how far away it is, you could choose to go ahead after we get through everybody's thing, but you do see like it could be a mirage, but there might also be just the tiniest bit of movement up ahead around this little crevice.
Got it.
Ava, what about you?
All right, so Ava has been chewing on some gum and popping bubbles, and she's been writing in that same notebook that she was writing in when you guys first met her, I guess. Or spied on her, actually.
Yeah.
No proof.
I will also ask, because you have the option, the sending spell that you received allows you to send a message back. Maximum of 25 words. You've probably been pondering on this for about 15 minutes or so now. Do you have a response?
She is not. She's ghosting.
Fantastic. Leo, what about you? How are you passing the time?
I think Leo would be bugging Rosari's right now about Echo and Lasilda. And just having like insane anxiety about it. I think it would be like, do you think Echo has found anything out?
No,
Yes.
because she's on a mission.
What?
She's on a mission, just like Reggio's on a mission.
You think she found out anything before we left? Or before she left?
Possibly, but probably not.
Do you
Keep in
think
mind, this
Lasilda's
plan was
okay?
very last minute. Lasilda, based on your vision, is not okay currently.
You think she's still alive?
Probably. It was your vision. You tell me.
We just gotta hurry up and get back to the school.
Oh, I don't know how to make the horses go faster, if that's what you're asking me to do.
No. I'll try to keep my mind off of it some type of way.
Okay, maybe meditating might be a good idea over there.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, medicate already.
Medicate.
So
Do we
Rosarius, other than responding to Leo about the like consistent stress, you can tell that Leo is you are also very invested in this, but Leo seems to be like nervous and on edge, I guess, if that's a good way to describe it, David. Other than
Yes.
responding to his badgering, how is Rosarius passing the time? What is he doing? What is he thinking about?
I think he is trying to do anything he can to not show that he's also anxious about it. So, like polishing his new sword, things like that. Kind of hiding behind his shield, doing anything he can. And then he's also anxious about the conversation he's going to have with Kata, because I know she's upset with me, and that's not going to be a fun conversation to have.
For sure. On this trip, Gwen, about an hour and a half in, after watching out of the window and the sights getting a little bit repetitive, just fully knocked out. 100% asleep. She is like leaning against the wall, snoring, and then you guys see Ozymandias, like his little head peeking out of Gwen's bag, also snoring. They are zonked.
See, someone got medicated.
And you're really good at being in character.
Thank you. So Aethera, I'll toss it back to you. You saw a little bit of movement up ahead. You guys are all sort of just passing the time by. Do you want to go ahead and investigate, or do you want to stick with the group?
After I see the movement, I will go back to the like carriage thing. Kind of like wild shape back into real person, open the door. I saw some movement up ahead, just I mean, it could be anything, but it also could be anything, so.
Like, how far?
I don't know, I was a wolf. So the distances are different.
Being a druid's weird. So what did you see? Just movement?
Yeah, there's some kind of like ravine thing that we're gonna go through, and I saw something moving in it. But then it was really hot, so I came back. Wolves aren't really made for the desert.
Fair, that's a lot of fur.
Yeah, I didn't really think about that one.
Yeah.
Maybe we should tell the carriage driver.
Kenny's probably just gonna go, okay.
You have a point. But I wonder
Marcel,
if there's a lot
Marcel will
of
talk to the
robberies or
carriage.
something here. I mean, actually, didn't you already get robbed once?
Correction, I stopped it.
Almost robbed. Sorry.
Almost robbed, yeah. But yeah, that's a fair point.
But you didn't see if they were like humanoid or animals.
Nope, just something moving.
All right. No one seems concerned about this.
Not really. Marcel is working on his sword.
I guess I'll tell the carriage driver to stop right before the ravine so we can look into it.
You call out to him saying to stop before the ravine, and he says, I mean, I can, but then we're going to be getting to Khal'An after dark.
Yep.
I don't like to travel at dark.
It'll just take us a minute.
The greatest part about this trip is your enthusiasm.
Thank you. I appreciate that so much, friend.
You're welcome.
Fine. A little bit later, he ends up stopping the carriage, and he hops down, and he says, I'll give the horses some water and some food. You guys, stretch your legs, go do your thing. It's fine.
Shouldn't he have stopped to water the horses anyways?
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't own a horse, so
I've never been a horse, so not sure.
I haven't been a horse either.
One day, Marcel, you can dream.
I feel like you own horses, though, Marcel. Aren't you rich?
Do all rich
Right.
people own horses?
I feel like you own at least some.
I just own a couple stallions, a couple ponies for the in case of family members, maybe a
Sure.
zebra. I think I got a zebra.
You have a
What was it? I painted
Oh,
question, Ava? Huh?
painted
Shut up,
horse.
we're sorry.
It's a deer. It's a painted horse, a zebra.
You
I mean-
believe it? Yeah. Mhm.
I don't think that's how facts work.
Mhm.
Why don't you just ask it?
Well, I'm not in my house. How can I ask it?
I mean, I don't know. Just start walking back to your house. When you get there, ask it.
But we're in a desert.
I don't know. End somewhere.
You can ask it. You can talk to animals, right?
Sometimes if I want to, and I'm just gonna start walking over to the ravine to like investigate a little bit more.
I will let you guys decide. This ravine is about 50 feet across on average. It kind of fluctuates as you're traveling through it. The road goes down, and then like the rocky cliff sides are a little too jagged for anything to like travel on. So you guys can choose either to go up on like the walkable part of the cliffs or down in the ravine itself. I'll let you guys decide. You can go left, right, or straight.
Maybe
I'm
we should be
gonna
on the walkable
walk-
side.
I'm gonna walk along like the edge first, like instead of going down, just
Yeah.
kind of try to get some view from the top.
Sure. You want to go left or right edge?
I'll go right. Why not?
Cool. Where's everybody else going?
Marcel will follow Thera.
If you're gonna follow me, you gotta stay quiet.
I guess I'd go down where the carriage would be going.
Well, we're all splitting up.
No shit.
Okay.
Marcel, did you say left or with Athera?
With Athera.
Okay, cool. Just double checking. And then Rosarius is in the middle.
Oh.
I'm gonna hang back.
Hmm.
I guess I'll check out the going to the top, but go left instead of right with them.
Bird chef.
Let's go. 4 groups.
The
Shit.
DM hates us.
DM.
Figure out this
loves
map.
This.
Figure out the
No.
map. Good luck. Killing's impossible.
Figure
All-
somebody's gotta see what's going on.
Everything's
We all
happening
take
over
4
where
different
Ava
areas.
is.
All right, Gwen. I'm gonna say that
Bad perceptions.
I'm gonna say that Gwen goes with Ava, just to make it
See?
3 groups of 2.
You need a
So
buddy.
Leo, if you're hanging back, you're still kind of like on the central road with Rosari's walking ahead of you, but you're not going left or right. So I'm just gonna say you're staying center.
Okay.
So we got Ava, Gwen, Athera, and Marcel. How are you guys approaching the situation? Are you trying to be stealthy? You guys just take it from here. Tell me what you're doing. You're walking alongside this like rocky, sort of
Since
irregular landscape.
Thera told Marcel to be quiet, he's gonna try stealth.
Word.
And I'm just walking normally while he's doing that.
Yeah, anytime there's like a rock, he'll hide behind it. He'll try to make a pose if there's a cactus. Like doing all like the silly stuff. But you'll always get to see like the sword outside of the hiding spot because he doesn't want to touch the sand. All right, and let me roll a stealth check, right?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
11.
Fantastic. I'm going to go ahead, and with that, I'm going to move you guys to this map, and I also need to change the stream. You guys approach, and you see a carriage that is sort of pushed off to the side, close to this sort of rocky wall that some of you guys are walking on. And in the ravine with the carriage, you guys see a couple of small creatures. I say small, they're a little bit smaller than you guys are, but they have this exoskeletal armor, almost looks like chitin. It's like a sandy brown color. You can see on their neck and some of their underside, they have like this soft pink tissue. They have spines all along their back, and then they have like a long tongue, and you guys see 2 on top and then 1 out in front of this carriage, and they are currently like stabbing into it with their claws, trying to break in. And this is not a good song for this.
I think it's pretty good.
Let's switch it up.
That one's armor class is 18.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Some people wish.
Oops.
Nah, I wish mine was still 19. What you talking about?
So here's what we'll
You
do.
would take 15 at this point.
I'd take 12.
I will let you guys act as a group for now because we have not rolled initiative. How are you approaching the situation? You guys see this happening from a distance, and you have not been spotted. You're far enough away that they're not going to see you.
I'm gonna like try and see if there's any evidence that I can tell from here that there's people in the carriage.
I would say that you would definitely need to get closer. As of now, you're about 130 feet away from it.
Okay. Does it look like old? Can I tell from here if it looks old? Like run down and it's been there a while?
Just because your perception's so high, I'm not going to make you roll. No, it
Yeah.
looks relatively new. Like, it looks used. It's got some dents and scratches and stuff, but it doesn't look like it's been here for a long time, if that's what you're asking.
Yep.
Marcel's still sticking with the plan of being quiet and trying to hide anywhere he can. He's now hiding behind Athera too. And he's like following her steps. So when she's moved, he moves. So she stops, he stops.
Yeah, if you guys want, you can sort of inch a little bit closer, and I will let you know at any point if you are seen. So Athera and Marcel, I'm
Okay.
assuming you guys are like walking forward, trying to be a little quiet. Rosaries, Leo, even I'd say Leo, from a distance, you see that like Athera and Marcel notice something and then start to like walk a little more carefully. But you are still probably like 60 feet back.
I'm gonna catch up to Rosaris.
Yeah, you hurry to catch up. Rosaris, how are you approaching the situation? You're sort of along the lines with Athera and Marcel, so you sort of turn the corner and see these 3 large monstrosities like poking and breaking into this carriage.
I think I'd be looking up to see what the others are doing, and if they're inching forward, I would let them get a little bit of a lead and then inch forward after them.
Word. And then Ava, Gwen is sort of following you, and she's kind of almost like a little giddy. She's just like, I'm gonna see how you do in this.
Oh, okay.
But she is there to support you.
Directly if I needed to. Are those rocks that are big? Are they?
You cut out pretty hard. Can you repeat most of that?
Sorry, the roll 20 thing is gonna do it again. That sucks. Are the gray rock stuff up top? Are those like big rocks? Be able to hide behind, or
Yeah, they're very jagged. Some of them poke up and out of the ground. Some of them have like smaller stones that you're able to like pick up and move. But you could definitely use some of those kind of as cover if you squat down
Okay.
and you're making yourself small enough.
Okay. Well, she's gonna be going forward stealthily, so kind of going for the bigger rocks and squatting and stuff.
For sure. I will go ahead and roll a stealth check for Gwen if you want to roll one for you.
Okay.
Come on, Gwen.
If she gets better than me, I should just quit.
She didn't. She
How
got
do
a
you
nat
know?
one.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
Now watch me.
Are you happy now, Ava?
So I got a 13 plus 8. 21.
21. You are moving so quietly. Like the
Oh,
bits
no.
of ground that you're stepping on are all sandy, so they
Mhm.
kind of muffle the sound of your footsteps. You're hiding behind the rocks. Gwen literally just walks up
Mhm.
onto one of these rocks, looks out as you're moving along, and she's just like,
Mhm.
"Hey Ava, I see the creatures over
Oh.
there. Is that where you're going?"
No. Why couldn't she stay with Leo? Damn it.
Says that in character.
I did so good.
Bad luck. And at that point, a Kruthik, that's what they're called, by the way, is going to come out from one of these rocks over here at the sound of Gwen's voice and come to investigate. So it's at this moment that we need to roll initiative.
Marcel is like pointing at Gwen. It's like, and then like also pressing at Athera.
I see it. I see it. Well, I think I see it.
All right, yeah.
You
make sure
said
to click
initiative
those
because it cut
tokens.
out for me now.
Yeah, roll
Yeah,
initiative.
initiative.
My roll 20 is gonna be stupid again. I thought I fixed it. 19.
Cool. I'll add a turn for you.
I might have to watch it on the stream again, like we did
Mhm.
before.
And
14.
and like we did before, I'm probably going last in initiative.
Wow, I am so sorry, Zarius.
Oops.
Wow, dude.
You should
Alright.
try to learn. Aren't you learning like initiative things in your training?
Yeah,
To then act
again,
first?
learn.
Church.
What is their dex? Ooh, damn. All right. The Kruthiks are going to go first.
Hey,
Yeah.
Gwen was loud.
Well,
So Gwen calls out, "Is that what you're trying to sneak up on?" And then immediately one of them comes from behind one of these rocks, and it is going to, I don't think it can even make it to you quite yet. No. Ava, you watch as it comes up on this rock right here, spots you, backs up, and then burrows into the ground. It finds like a softer spot, uses its claws, and it burrows down and goes underground.
Oof.
The rest of these are going to turn and look, but they are not going to necessarily attack you guys, but they are going to hop down from here and start getting into like, you know, a more defensive position. With this really big one at the front of the carriage seeming to lead some of the others. Ava, you will be next, followed by Gwen.
Okay. Can you move them a little bit so I can see all the monsters? Thank you. Sorry.
you're
All
welcome.
right. Am I within 80 feet of the big one?
Let's check. You are within 75 feet. So I think if you move one down, you'll have line of sight. Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll do that. 80, 75. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna try to go ahead and use short bow on it.
Go ahead.
22.
22 will hit.
Okay. Ooh, that's not a lot. So 5.
5
Damage.
damage.
Mm-hmm.
Does a little bit. You shoot your arrow and it kind of sticks into that plate that's covering these things, but you do manage to like get your arrow to actually stick in.
Okay. And then I guess just as can you make me hide behind one of the bigger rocks over there?
Like over here? Or further towards the monsters?
Yeah, like right there is fine. That's fine.
Perfect. Gwen will go next. She's also going to step forward watching you take a shot. She's like, hey, I can do that too. She is going to... I am not going to use any of her new abilities yet. I'm going to save that for when Izzy's here, but she will take a shot, which will in fact hit. And she is going to deal 10 points of damage to this thing. So you guys watch as Gwen steps up with her longbow, aims a shot, and then hits it right in sort of the weak spot underneath this thing's, where its shoulder would be, I guess, like in its underside. And she's going to call out to you, Ava, but also anyone else who can hear, you know, in this region. She's going to be like, their undersides are soft. That's the weak spot. See if you can knock them over. And that's going to be her turn. Taking it to Marcel.
Marcel be like, that's a great plan. Only if I wish I could somehow take that guy way over there, flip it on his belly. I don't think I can do it right now. And but I can do this. He pulls out his jock and tries to do Elder Blast against the guy.
Yeah. Cool. You targeting the big one?
Yeah, since he's probably the one that can see the best.
Go right ahead.
Good.
Which I will say, in order to get line of sight, you'll probably have to get close to the edge over here.
Oh, okay, sure. That's I didn't know if I was line of sight now. Oh, okay, so I just need to be like somewhere like right here or something.
Yeah. Anywhere close to the edge, you'll be able to see.
Okay.
You're kind of aiming down.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Move you right here. And I think that's more than enough. And he's going to do Elder Blast.
Yeah.
That's a 25 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And a 6 damage.
6 damage. You guys are chipping away at it. You break off like a couple of pieces of this chitin plate on one of its arms, and it seems to like stumble a little bit, but then catch itself. It lets out this roarish hiss sound that sounds a lot weirder than any animals you're used to interacting with. And it looks like it is very upset.
That sounds very upset, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he ends his turn.
Fantastic. That is going to be Leo.
And Leo, I'm going to move to this ledge right in front of this ledge right here, or closer to it. Sorry. And can I? How high up are they?
They are about 25 or 30 feet right now.
Oh, straight up. Okay. Okay. I'm going to hold bless right now until Rosaris moves up further.
Gotcha. Does bless require line of sight? It would say it probably like in the first line of the spell description, like you can target up to 3 creatures that you can see. If it doesn't say that you can see, I don't think it requires line of sight.
It doesn't
You bless
say.
up to 3 creatures of your choice.
Yeah, so
Ah,
you
Within
don't,
range.
as long as they're within range, you don't have to be able to see them. So whenever you want to cast it, you would be free to.
Oh, beautiful. Yep. Right now on Marcel, Athera, and Rosaris.
Hell yeah. All right, if you guys want to add like a little token to your character, so remember you have bless. Leo, I'll let you keep track of concentration. If you don't have anything else, that'll bring it to Athera.
Gonna move up beside Marcel. Anyway, like, if I look down, is the ledge just like a straight drop off, or is it like a gradual?
It is
kind of like
gradual, but it's kind of
sandy?
steep. So, like, it'd be very difficult to climb up, but if you wanted to get down, you could.
Yeah, do like a hero slide.
Yeah.
Sweet. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna like hero slide down it, and as I'm doing that, I will wild shape into a bear.
Sick. You wanted to roll another nature check?
You
Turn
know it.
Turn into a bear. Oh, it's so hard. Like,
Start
passes
sweating
out.
immediately.
It's a 12.
12. Okay, that is not gonna do it quite yet.
Let me look at a desert bear.
Is a desert bear.
Desert bear. What's the difference between a desert bear and a real bear?
Its fur is not as fluffy. It's a little bit tanner instead of brown. You know.
Aw, the Gobi bear. That's adorable.
Love to see it. All right. Yeah. If you want to bring out your bear token,
Yeah, I just can't make it bigger.
I should be able to. Hold on. There we go.
There it is.
Theo's big now.
It's so big.
All right, Rosari's, that's gonna be you.
I think Rosari's. I'm just gonna take off, and I'm just gonna use the dash action to get ahead.
Stick. Go right ahead.
So yeah, I'll just run up. I think I'll probably end up just close to Etheria sliding down a cliff, turning into a bear. Seems like a good place to be.
Bird
place to be.
chef. Marcel, do me a favor. What's your passive perception?
Marcel's
Ooh. Let's see here. My passive perception is not as high as I hope. 11.
11. Okay.
Hey, that beats my AC if that helps.
Let's see how.
That does help.
Ooh, they
Yeah, shorty.
fail by a lot. You hear a little bit of like trembling behind you. You feel the ground shake a little bit, and one of these Kruthiks pops up right behind you. This one is going to go ahead and attack you. That is going to be a 14 to hit. Or,
That would miss, I think.
hold on.
Let me double check though. Wait.
There we go. No, that is a 15 to hit. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that hits.
Okay. I'm
Convenient.
bad at math. All right, you're going to take
I wish you were.
5 points of piercing damage as this thing tunnels out from under the ground, hisses at you, and goes to stab at you. And you go to step back, but it lodges into your leg. And one of these large, not pincers, but like they're almost as like a spear in this instance. Stabs into your leg and gives you a deep little cut right there.
It gave me a deep cut.
Gave you a pretty deep cut.
So I use Hell's Rebuke.
All right, that's a dex save, right?
Yeah.
It got a 16.
Makes so it takes half damage.
All right, go ahead and give that to me.
That'd be 13, so it takes 6 damage.
6 damage, and you feel like this was not as effective as it should be. You hit this thing with some fire, and it seems to like almost just bounce off of its armor plating that it has on. A little bit of it does singe that pink underside that you guys saw, but that chitin plating around it seems perfectly fine. But it does take a little bit of damage.
Well, Marks, I will keep that in note, and we'll say that when its turn comes up.
Yep. That is going to also bring... one is going to climb out of the wall right here. And then all of these are going to start moving forward a little bit too. So this one, just in range. This one is going to dash to get forward here to meet you guys. And then this one's going to be coming up behind it. It's going to climb up on top of this rock for now. Athera, these are going to take some attacks at you. The first one is going to be a 15, no, a 13.
Yep, that hits.
That is going to be 5 points of piercing damage. And the big one's going to take an attack. First one, 25. Second
Yep.
one, 17. All right, 9 piercing damage, and then 4 piercing damage. These things jump on you immediately, stabbing into you. Multiple wounds open up, and you are looking kind of hurt. It is not fun out here for a bear. You guys watch as a couple more of these are out here. This one is going to go right there, and one more is going to come out of the ground over here and move into this range. That is going to bring it to Ava.
Okay. Can I pop out from hiding so I can have line of sight on the big one?
Absolutely.
Okay. And then I'm gonna try to short bow.
Go right ahead. If you want to go ahead and make your stealth check, I'll let you know its
okay.
passive perception is 11, so not a very hard DC to hit.
Yeah. 23. So for the
That'll
stealth.
do it.
Mhm.
Yeah, you'll have advantage on the attack. You can add sneak attack, all that jazz.
Okay. Sweet. So 18 hit?
18, it's exactly.
Oh, thank God. Okay. Oh, so 5 for the regular damage, and then the sneak attack, 8.
8 damage for sneak. This thing is looking really hurt. You take another shot, this time having some extra time to line it up, and it gets right into its neck where that armor plating is not protecting it. It squeals out as a little bit of this like orangish yellow blood spills from its neck out onto the sand. And you guys even watch as when it hits the sand, it almost sizzles a little bit. But this thing is looking very hurt. It's not having a good day.
I'm also just gonna go back to hiding, by the way.
Cool. You go back, you hide again. Gwen is not going to hide. She is going to take another step forward, get up on top of this rock, let out a beautiful dragonborn cry, a war cry, one might say. And she is going to try to take the killing blow on this big one. And she does not. She takes a shot, and then it like recoils from getting hit by Ava's shot. It turns, her arrow hits the back plating and bounces right off. And Gwen just looks down and just goes, "Aw." She looks over at you, Ava, and she's just like, "How'd you do it, but not me?" That's gonna bring it to Marcel.
Mars will say, "Oh, it must be resistant to fire or something. Makes sense." And then he'll attack it. What, are you resistant to sword? And then attacks it with Jock.
To your surprise, it's very resistant to sword.
Damn it.
Go ahead, roll an attack roll.
Guys, it's resistant to everything.
If it's resistant to sword, Marcel's out of options.
Yeah, 15. It's resistant to sword, guys. It's unbeatable.
For these smaller ones, a 15, actually, yeah, a 15 does not hit.
Yeah, these things are too strong.
Yeah, you take a swing, and it seems to, like, bring up one of its chitin arms, and it smacks against the plating, and you don't feel any give. This stuff is tough.
Gotcha.
Okay, that's the end of his turn.
Well, Leo... Oh, wait, did you add Bless?
Oh, yeah, I did have Bless. Oh,
Yeah, you did.
How about that?
Come on now.
Ugh. Let's see here. Wait, if I just had roll a 1, would I still be able
Yeah,
to hit?
even if you roll a 1, you're still going to hit. So if you want to go ahead and just
okay.
roll damage, you can do that.
Yeah.
The armor class is 16 for these small ones.
Oh, that's 14.
14. Okay, yeah, you completely obliterate this thing. You go to swing, and it tries to block, and then you feel divine guidance from not any god, but just Leo. He's just so inspiring and charming. You dodge the arm, stab underneath, right through the neck. This thing falls dead, and then you watch as some of this blood spills down onto the ground, into your sword, kind of having this little weird, like almost smoky, strange burning effect. It doesn't seem to hurt your sword at all. It barely seems to even affect the sand, but it just has that like visual effect to it, at least until you
Yeah,
guys
and he'll-
investigate it further.
You do a hero slide and go right here, and then tell Leo, "Man, you're blessed to have as a friend."
Athera,
Dude,
that's
yeah.
you. Big old bear.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and attack the one that's looking hurt. The big
Go for it.
one.
Yeah, the big one.
The big one. Hmm. It's gonna be so hard to read.
Wait, did I take a turn?
Oh, no, you
Did you
did
take a turn?
not. Sorry,
Oh.
Athera, you're about to attack. Leo, what do you do?
Yes. I'm going to
Give Marcel a high five.
Yes, as I'm
Free
running
action.
past him. Just gonna run past him and high five him. And get right behind Athera and put a hand on her and cure wounds.
Nice. Go ahead.
Or 15.
Nice.
Don't forget that you can add an extra D8 to this. Because Cure Wounds is 2D8, not 1D8. Updated.
Oh.
Or updated.
Yeah, update rules.
Oh shit.
I
okay.
already thought healing spells needed buffed anyway, so I was happy to see that rule change. Healing spells felt useless other than picking people up with Healing Word.
So 7 more.
22 health back.
All the way.
Let's go.
Suddenly, all of those gashes and hurt spots on Athera just vanish as Leo mystically fixes all the problems.
Let's go.
Spiritually fixes him.
That's it for me.
All right, now you can attack Athera.
When Leo just comes up, and I feel like all those wounds just close up. It feels so good, and I rolled 24.
Nice. Go ahead and roll damage.
6 piercing.
That is just enough to kill this thing. It falls by your claw, I guess. You smack at this thing. Yeah.
With your bare hands, you're able to kill
That
it with
was
your
my bite.
bare hands.
I grabbed it.
Yeah, you bite this thing straight through the armor. It cracks under the pressure of a big old bear jaw. That thing's dead.
Cool. Then I'm gonna turn because it's a multi-attack feature, so I'm gonna go ahead and try swipe at the little one then.
Go ahead.
21.
That hits.
Great.
Let's go.
15 damage.
15 damage. That is going to kill it. These things are falling quick.
And then I'm going to. How much does this guy have? Perfect. Right there.
Hell yeah.
Just run over the carcasses of my enemies.
Rosarius, that'll bring it to you.
I'm guessing this guy's on a rock, right?
Yeah. It's like only 5 feet up.
Okay.
It has a slightly high ground.
I guess I'll just run right here, and I'm gonna use Ghost Blade to try to attack it.
Go right ahead. Using that fancy new sword.
22.
22 will hit.
And then, rough, 8 damage.
8 damage. Doesn't kill it, but you do manage to get a good swipe from underneath, hitting this thing where it's soft. It starts bleeding. Some of that blood spills out onto the rock, and it is looking hurt.
And then I'll just sit there because I don't have anything to do for a bonus action.
Bird Chef. Small one is going to take a stab back at you. I'm going to get this done first. That is going to... That's a nat 1. It goes to take a swing at you. It trips and sort of falls off the rock, hits this, falls off to the side. It's prone. So its AC is reduced, and you have advantage to attack it. That thing is useless. I'm not talking to it anymore. The one that burrowed from Ava and Gwen earlier is going to pop out over here. And it is going to join its ally up here, and they are going to sort of come down closer to this one. This one is going to let out a loud screeching roar sound, and you guys feel a tiny little bit of rumbling in the ground after it does so. And then it is going to move forward and attack Athera. All right, Athera.
No.
2 attacks. First one is... Holy shit, and that one...
Hey, that
I'm rolling
misses.
terrible. Second attack. That's an 11, 2-1, so that's going to be a 16 to hit.
Okay, but with an at 1, can I like roar in its face after?
Sure. Give me an intimidation check and add the bear's strength. If you beat this thing's armor class, however much you beat it by, I'll subtract that from the roll.
Nice.
Armor class is 18, by the way, so you gotta beat an 18. And it got a 16 to hit, I believe.
So intimidation, not including my natural intimidation bonus, but including the bear strength.
Yes. So the bear
Okay.
strength plus 2 for your proficiency bonus, I'll say.
Okay. Well, now this is many maths. It's a 15.
15. You yell at it, but it's already mid-swing, and that thing is going to hit you. But it missed its first attack. That is going to be 7 points of piercing damage as it gets another stab in. And yeah, those things are going to stay back there. And then next turn, some more stuff might happen. Who knows? All right, Ava, that brings it to you.
Hey,
Alright.
more stuff might happen.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna pop out to get line of sight, and am I within 80 feet of any? Or probably the one by Rosari's, right?
It is
But not
exactly
there.
80 feet away. You could shoot the
Ah.
one by Rosari's. It's about 50, but the one next to it,
the
Thera,
one-
is 80 feet away.
Okay.
Just kill Steel Rosarius only.
I know, I don't want to do
Do it.
I
Well,
look
you just
at
hold
that
out.
one and I'm like, it's almost, he's got it. So I go for the big one.
Go right ahead.
That one doesn't hit, but then 23.
Yeah, 23 hits.
So 7 and 7, 14 damage.
Minus
altogether.
14. Solid shot right in the weak spot. This thing is already looking fairly hurt from that. Still above half, but, you know, having a rough time.
And I'm hiding again.
Fantastic.
Just-
Gwen is not.
You, of course.
She is going to run this way, take another shot, and just be like, I got it this time. And she does not again. She
Oh,
hits the armor and she's like, hey guys, have you tried flipping it over yet? And she's just going to be running along this wall as she takes that shot.
I'm gonna point at the one on the ground and be like, yeah.
She gives you a thumbs up. Marcel, that'll be you.
Marcel's thinking maybe he should help Rosarius because he might need help. But then, nah. Rosarius is strong. He can take care of anything. He's one of Marcel's strongest friends. So he says, don't worry, Rosarius. I'll let you beat that thing. I'll fight these guys. Knowing that he can't reach it this turn, he will cast Eldritch Blast on the one in the front that he can see.
Gotcha. The big one.
Yeah. Oh, no, not the big one, the small one.
Oh, small one. Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let's see here. Eldritch Blast. Nat 20.
Ooh.
Nice.
It's
Uh,
it's already going to kill it. It's 10 plus whatever you roll, and this thing has 11 health. It is dead. That one Eldritch Blast hits this thing in the face, cracks the armor, and you just watch blood splatter against this carriage right here as the thing falls flat on its head.
All right. And that's the end of his turn.
Let's go. Leo, that'll be you.
I'm going to run past this dead one right here, right behind Adira. I'm gonna hold a healing word until she gets hit again. And that's it for me right now.
That'll bring it to Athera.
I'm gonna go ahead and try and bite this guy.
Go ahead.
A 9.
I don't think a 9 hits.
Maybe?
That's such a surprise. Well, I'll try slap it instead.
Be my guest.
Alright, 17.
17 also does not hit. Are you blessed?
I'm
Yeah.
so blessed, man.
So blessed.
Oh yeah, 21.
A 21 will do it. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Jesus.
And
And that's gonna be 14.
14 damage. Yeah, this thing is roughed up. It is lower than a third, having a rough time, multiple cracks in its armor from where you're slapping it and biting at it. One more hit could take this thing down.
Hit it.
All right, if that is it, Rosaris, I'll bring it to you.
I just watched all of my friends run past the poor little thing on the ground, so I'm just gonna be like, it's okay, I'll fight you, it's fine. And so you said I have advantage.
Yes, you have advantage, and its armor class is reduced, I believe, by 4.
Okay, how about a 24?
That'll do it. Yeah, so it had a 12 armor class. It's gonna try to block with its legs. That brings it up to a 15. You still win.
I just swing around its legs, do 14 damage, and I'm assuming it's
so dead.
It's cut, yeah.
Yeah, you stab in, and some of that burnt yellow looking blood like splatters up around, and then it has that like, it's not bubbling, but it seems to be almost like hot and steaming as it comes out and lands on the ground.
Okay. I'm gonna say, ew, that's disgusting, and then run up here with Athera.
Word. All right, it is the Kruthiks' turns. They are going to. One of them is going to pop out of the carriage. It breaks out of the front where you guys can see that it's been broken in, and then this one just like jumps back through, and some pieces of wood scatter and break. It jumps out, and then 2 more also appear. One from that side, and one from that side.
This is a bad time to remember.
Eyes is shorty.
This is a bad time to remember. I have 11 AC, not 19.
Right.
The small one is going to dash and just run away. I'm going to put it up here, but it is effectively like ran out of here. So they are all going to start moving in on you guys and taking attacks. We're going to kind of swarm you guys right here. I'm going to just go one at a time through these. Let's start at the one at front that is hurt. I'm going to say it takes 1 attack at both Rosaris and Athera. Let's do the one for Rosaris first. That is a 16 to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it is. That's 5 points of piercing damage.
Alrighty.
Athera, this one, it gets a nasty little crit on you.
Oh.
That's a nat 20. That is going to be 6 plus 7, so 13 points of piercing damage there.
And then my healing word goes off.
Go right ahead. Hope this next one crits you.
11.
Did you do 2d4 with that?
No, I did it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, add another d4.
Oh, perfect. Maybe I should start reading the new rules.
Is it worth it?
12.
Sweet.
Do we think it's worth it to not let Athera go out of wild shape?
Yes.
I mean, if she re-wild
Wait, is
shapes,
it?
you get to roll on that nature table again.
It's true.
So do you want to go out of wild shape?
I mean, yeah, you could. How am I supposed to be telling you this? I'm a bear.
You're right. I just have to make the decision.
I mean,
I bring like a claw up to my neck and I just go.
I was going to say that you guys are training all the time. It'd be very efficient to say that just during training one day, you guys are like, hey, if I go out of wild shape, it's fine. I'll just go back in. I'm
Yeah,
good at that.
I have another one.
Yeah, I have.
Cool.
On my second one, be worried.
Cool. I'll let her take the damage then.
All right.
She seemed like she'd kill me if I didn't.
Rosaris, this other one is going to attack you from behind. Holy shit, that's a nat 20. I'm sorry.
Well, at least Rosario, you don't have to care that your AC is 11.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would have hit anyways. So
13 points of piercing damage as this one comes up behind you, stabbing you like in the back, probably hitting an organ or two, with its big old claw thing straight into your back.
I'm That probably puts me to a knee or two.
Yeah, it pushes you down. It's
3.
bigger than you. You're like down to one knee with that one. For the other one, it's gonna take a swing at Leo. And David, don't forget that you don't have your armor on, so make sure to unequip that if you
Yup.
haven't already.
No, I already have.
That is not a nat 20. Thank God. That is a
Nice.
15.
Yeah, that hits.
11.
4 points of piercing damage.
Whoop, whoop.
It just scratches across you. You're exposed now, not in your armor, so you're a little bit weaker.
Concentrates check.
Yep. Give me that
Oh, yeah.
con roll. Next one against Athera. That is a 13.
Yep.
That's going to be 7 points of piercing. And the last one against Leo again. That is a 11.
Hey, Shorty, what was that one that attacked Leo? Was it this one?
Yeah, that one attacked Leo, and now this one has also attacked Leo.
Cool. For that one the first one that attacked Leo, can I use my reaction to attack it?
Yeah, Sentinel Strike.
Yep.
Hit that bitch.
Please. 23.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Cool.
It crits you, it turns and it hits Leo, and then you turn around and take a huge swing at it. Tell me what damage you do.
15 damage.
Damn.
I think for that, since I know it's like weak from underneath, I take an upwards swipe with it.
Yeah, you swipe, you cut across its belly, blood falling out again. David, how are we looking on that con save?
I can't get D&D beyond before I can work.
I could always pull up your character sheet and tell you what your con save
I
is.
think that means he passes, you know.
Yeah, I think that means he passes.
I don't know if that's how that works. You know, I'm not an
We
expert.
play kind of like a home-brewish rule. You know, some stuff is different from others.
I'll roll a physical dice for him. Oh, look, and nat 20.
Wow.
Nice.
He rolled a
Crazy.
40. I don't even know how that's possible.
David, you get a +2, so if you just
I
want to
know
roll a
how to
custom D20, you can.
Well, I can't get D&D beyond the load.
Oh,
What's
you can
that?
do it in roll 20.
Yeah.
Also, you have advantage.
Oh,
so,
shit, can you?
Yeah. There's a little button on the left side for dice.
I see.
What's your armor class, by the way?
11.
11. Okay.
We both have the same strength.
yeah.
I
same
got a
dex,
5.
Same shield.
So you take
Oh,
an
no.
extra. Do you have advantage?
For my concentration
I'm
check.
looking on here, and I think it's is it Warcaster that gives it to you? What is it?
Most
Yeah,
likely.
Warcaster gives you
Yeah.
advantage on Constitution saving throws. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Cool. Roll higher.
But you have to roll a second one.
I'm gonna try. Nat 20.
Yeah.
That is significantly
higher?
higher.
Go ahead
Yeah.
and roll another con save. You're gonna take. What did I say on the first one? Was it 4 points and then 7 points? So you're taking 11 damage. I'll go ahead and do it for you while you're rolling that.
Question: if I take the damage, does he have to make the saving throw?
Nope.
11 for the concentrate. Oh,
I-
take the damage.
I'll take the damage. I was asking that before. I won't point that. How much was the second one?
The second one was 7 points of damage.
7. Okay.
But that's all
How
the
much damage did
Kruthiks
I take?
turns. You were gonna take 11, but you only took 4.
Clutch. Sorry, it's clutch.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, for one more.
Ava, that takes it to you.
Can I reach any if I pop out from where I am? I don't
Let me
know.
double check for you. 60 feet for the one closest to you, 65 feet for the one above Athera. Even the furthest one that's hurt is at 80 feet. So you could reach any of these 3 that are jumping our party
Okay.
right now.
Yeah. I'm gonna go for like the one that's in the middle, I guess, of
Right here?
negative. Yeah, in between Rosaris and Leo.
Cool. Go right ahead. You will get a +6 to this attack. But a +8. I forgot.
And
I don't know if I've introduced you to all the homebrew rules, but for high ground you get +2. You get +2 for
Oh.
every ally within 5 feet. So you get a +8.
I wasn't doing any of that. All right.
Yeah. It helps you guys to remember the homebrew rules. I'm trying to help you out.
To be fair,
I
if we
didn't
didn't
know
Playing the homebrew ones.
Yeah, that might
But
be
I
my
will
fault.
remember now.
Yeah, high ground and
Um,
flanking works a little differently.
Yeah, if we can just
So 31 would be the.
Let me check its AC. Let me see if that hits.
nah,
Let's look
sorry.
at 35.
Yeah,
Yeah,
35 AC is
Does
fine.
it hit?
No, it hits. It hits a
I
lot.
know.
You unfortunately
I definitely
needed
got
8
that.
more allies near it. so
Yeah. All right, so 8 for normal, and then 7 for sneak attack.
15 total damage. This thing is looking like it's on its last leg. That arrow shoots again, like directly into that space between like its neck and its arm. A little bit of blood spills out on the ground, sizzling and moving a little bit. It's hurt. It's looking bad.
Back to hiding.
Back to hiding.
Putting
Oh,
that out there.
I didn't even make you roll your stealth check, but I'm just your stealth is
do you
so
want me to do
much.
it? I'll
Go
do it
ahead
then.
and roll. There's no way you get lower than their passive perception. It's 11.
Don't say that. Oh, that's. Yeah,
That
no.
one.
Don't say that.
Yeah, what? Yeah, what?
That
Come
one.
on.
Okay, so that was 17 normal,
Yeah, you're
then
good.
plus 8, so.
Damn. Yeah. Gwen is going to try to finish this thing off. She's gonna be like, "I got this
Come
one."
on.
She's
Come
gonna run
on,
up to
Gwen.
the edge, take a shot. Come on, let me do something. 22. That'll do it.
Yeah.
Rolls minimum damage.
I did. She rolled 4 damage. Oh my god.
Is it still alive?
It's still alive.
No.
It had 9 health. She rolled 4 damage. Yeah, it's
okay.
still alive. She shoots it and it like sticks just barely into the armor. She's like, "I got it." Shit. Marcel.
Izzy's gonna kill you with a bow. Arrow.
Sorry, homie.
Don't worry, guys. I got it.
Don't let me play your character. I'm bad at D&D.
Uh,
And that's why we
how
love
much
you
will I
as the
gain
DM.
from this?
All right, what was the question?
How much do I gain from the? Yeah, you know what? I
Plus
gain nothing.
6.
I gain absolutely nothing. I got that one.
Ooh.
I gain nothing. Nothing from.
I'm gonna let you tell me what that nat 1 means because you do have a plus 6. That's a 14 total. It still doesn't hit, but like a nat 1 can mean something. What happens here? Or do you want me to come up with something? Because I have an idea.
Well, you know what? You can come up with it. I have my own idea, but you can come up with it.
Rosaries is out here swinging around that ghost blade. You pull out Jacques, and you go to swing him, and Rosaries is on the other side, and Jacques seems to almost resist your control. And you swing at this Kruthik, and Jacques pulls you more towards Rosaries, and you move this way, and you kind of like bump into Leo.
Hey, Leo.
What are you doing?
I thought it'd be a better idea to protect you, just in case something else happens, you know? I thought that would be more strategic than attacking the creature that's right in front of us that can kill us. That's, you know, I'm thinking like chess. Well, these guys are thinking checkers, you know?
What the fuck, Marcel? Kill this thing. Let's go.
Leo, you tell Marcel to kill this
That's
thing.
weird
and
for pacifist.
it's your turn.
I was saying that. Marcel, you've taken things too far. The pacifist is telling you to murder.
All right, David, that brings it to you.
Yeah, you blood hungry.
You're right. You started this.
I'm happy.
I'm going to disengage from this one that's right in front of me right here.
Sure.
And move back behind Marcel and cast Healing Word on Rosaries from here.
Hell yeah.
And when I cast it, I'm going to whisper
Hashtag Releo.
Can I just not accept the healing?
You
I'll
don't
take
get a
it.
choice. Roll an extra d4 to add to that.
16?
16 healing. That's pretty good.
Nice.
Especially for healing word. Yeah, so disengage, movement, healing word. Sounds good to me. Athera, that's you.
Okay. I'm gonna bite at the one right in front of me that's been getting at me.
Pissing you off.
17.
17.
17
Hit.
Plus.
Bless.
I'm coming. It's
Hey,
coming.
is 17 including me?
Oh yeah, you also get a
Do you
plus 2
count?
for Rosaries being there.
Okay, well then I'm like Got a 24.
Yeah, just to clarify, so you guys can do the math on your own. If you're attacking an enemy, any ally within melee distance. So if you have a reach weapon, that's 10, but most of the time it's 5 feet. Adds +2 to your attack, and it stacks infinitely.
Ooh.
So you rolled a 17, +2 for Rosari's, that's 19. Plus Bless is way above its armor class.
Sweet.
Go ahead and roll damage.
7 points.
7.
7 piercing.
It is so close to dead. You bite down on this thing's arm. It cracks underneath the weight. It can't really walk anymore. It's bleeding out of multiple spots.
Okay. Oh my word. It is way over 20. I'm
Way
not
over
doing the math.
that hits. Yeah.
Okay. Like 12.
How do you want to finish this thing off?
I'm take my claw and I go under, like, its neck and just up through its neck, up through its head.
Yep. Straight up rip out the whole neck area with your claws, and it just crumples and falls to the ground in front of you.
Cool.
Hell yeah. All right, anything else?
Nope.
You'd love to see it. Rosarius, that brings it to you.
I'm just gonna get up from my knee. Just say, let's go again. Just feel the healing from Leo, and it's just, another scar to the collection. I'll just turn around, get a little bit of revenge on this guy.
Go right ahead. You get a +4 for flanking. And you're blessed, so potentially +8.
19 plus 3.
You already hit, yeah.
Yep. And then it's going to be 14 damage.
Damn. Way over its health. I'll let you tell me how you kill it.
This is the one it stabbed me, and then it attacked Leo, so I swiped up again, and I think I'm just going to swipe it again and just keep cleaving up its body and walk past it with my sword in it.
Hell yeah.
And as I walk past, I'm gonna walk over to this one, like right here. Right here. Make sure it can't get to our healer.
Yep. Cool. With that, this thing is gonna jump at Athera. Athera, as the bear, can you make me a strength saving throw?
I'll take a shot.
DC
I'm
is
so glad I'm not doing this
13.
as a Thera.
I thought they could dig, but they can jump too. Jeez.
They master both the earth and the skies.
This is a dinosaur grasshopper.
It's a 16.
Okay, yeah, you beat it. It jumps at you. It's gonna take an attack. That is a 15 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
It will deal you 8 points of piercing damage, but you manage to catch this thing and prevent it from knocking you prone. One of its claws stab into your side and hits you. These other two are going to go ahead and take attacks. One at Rosari's, one at Athera. Let's do the one at Athera first. That's a 10.
Can I do
That doesn't
Sentinel?
hit.
Yeah, you can do Sentinel.
Pretty
First one not
wrong.
hit.
22 on my own.
Yeah.
And then it's gonna do 14 damage.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm liking my new sword. When it hits, it hits well, but
You hit this thing, and then it turns around to you and swings an arm and has a 22 to hit. I'm assuming that does.
yeah.
I rolled minimum damage, so that's going to be 4 points of piercing damage as it, cuts across you. Technically, it should be slashing with how I described it, but stab block says piercing. I'm saying piercing.
That's fine. I'll take piercing.
From what I can see, that is all of them. There's only 2 left. Ava, that brings it to you.
You know what I'm doing.
Yep.
Can I hit one of them?
Roll your stealth first. Again, the DC is 11. Not that hard.
At one.
Right.
Nat
Come
one.
on. Roll in that one so I can make you fall down the cliff.
Oh,
24.
flaming.
Sorry.
Boring.
It was really close to 1.
Fine.
Sorry.
oh, close to.
24 is that close to 1. That makes
So
sense.
close. I almost fell. Okay. And those 2 people, they can be 5 feet.
Yep, so be a +4. And you get high ground for another +2.
just want a nat 20, but okay. 22. Yeah. I'm 22. Oh no. Yeah, I did 22. Okay.
22 is gonna hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
6 for you. And sneak attack is also 6.
All right, so 12 points of damage. This thing is also looking really hurt. Again, multiple arrows sticking out of these things. The blood sort of like spilling out onto the ground. Seems very warm, almost hot. They are looking hurt. Anything else?
What?
Hide. Cool. Gwen is going to use her new weapon, the sort of electric bowstring. She is going to speak a little command word that she has not picked out yet, so I'm not going to say what it is. And she's going to take a
Athera
shot.
sucks.
Athera sucks. She takes a shot with her longbow. Please hit.
Stupid
And it
druids.
hits me.
She got a 23. Let's go. All right. So you guys watch as the arrow flies through. It hits, and then you guys watch some like little sparks of electricity arc off of this thing and deal some extra damage to it as Gwen hits this one, bringing it very, very low. That'll bring it to Marcel.
Marcel will look at the guy in front of him, knowing Rosarius probably got him. So he's going to try to walk around and get to the other one.
Go right ahead.
He's also going to do his X-Blades Curse, might as well, just because back in short rest. And he's going to put it on the guy that he's about to attack. So, let him attack.
Let him attack.
Okay, yeah, that hits. That's a 19 plain.
Oh, yeah. Already hits, plus your other stuff, for sure.
That'll be 15 damage.
15 damage to...
The one that he's in front.
Yeah. Kind of hard to see. I'm going to move this one out of the way just so we can see you. Yeah, 15 damage. Good chunk out of this thing's health. You get a really good swipe with Jacques. Blood splattering across Athera, the ground.
Yeah.
Super, super good. Yeah, sorry, Athera.
Okay, and that's the end of his turn.
Fantastic. That'll bring it to Leo.
Shit. Leo, I'm gonna move behind Rosari's right here, and I'm gonna hold a healing word for right now.
Cool. cool.
For the next person, or yeah, Rosari's gets hit right in front of me.
Sounds good. I think that'll take it to Athera then.
Yep. I'm gonna bite and claw again.
Heyo.
Ooh. The first one's it's a 19 with Marcel, I guess. Yep.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Thanks for movie. 5 points.
5 points of damage. This one between you and Marcel.
Yep.
It's looking pretty bad. It's not having a great time.
Mm-hmm. This is 21.
Yeah, for sure.
And then 10 on that.
10 points of damage. This thing is also on its last limb. It is very close to death. You guys have this thing knocked down pretty hard. Rosarius, I think that brings it to you.
I am with Leo right behind me. I feel like I just need to take this one out, so I'm just gonna see if I can hit it. 14, 16, and then what is less is a D4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I need a 3 or a 4.
Yep. Or I guess
But
16, 2, 3, or 4. AC is
literally just not a 1. Just not a 1.
Not a one.
Just not a 1. We're not pressuring.
I got a 2. I got a 2. Okay,
Let's go.
sorry. Hit it exactly.
Big money.
So I'm gonna hit it, and I'm gonna do 11 damage to
Cool.
it.
That is 7 more than you needed.
I think the same thing again. I know to swing underneath it, so I'll do it. And then as I'm running past, I want to run up to here. And is this like kind of above?
Yeah.
Is this like a little? Would I still be in melee range? 5 feet.
I'll say so. Yeah, you could swing down.
I mean, if you say no, I'm just gonna hop onto the thing.
You could if you want to be cool. I don't know.
Oh, I'm hopping onto it.
Sick. We'll put you. Oh, it has you behind. Shit.
I can just be right here, and we can just say I'm on top of it if that works.
Yeah, that's fine. Ooh, I can do this to front. Ta-da. Cool. Go ahead, roll me like an athletics check as you're trying to like jump and hold on to this thing.
22, and I can add less to that if I need
No,
to.
it got a 5. You were fine. You jump, grab around this thing's neck, and you are stuck to it. It is moving, trying to like get you off. It's still going to go ahead and attack Marcel and Athera. Let's do Athera first.
Can I do Sentinel?
Yeah. That's a 12 to hit Athera.
That hits.
6 points of piercing.
21.
21 definitely hits with this thing.
14 damage to it.
Cool. Zach, tell me how you finish off this fight.
I think as it rears up, I'm assuming it was a claw to try to hit it.
Yeah.
To hit Athera. I'll just take my sword and kind of stab it in the armpit as it brings it up, and just slice it down.
Yeah. It swings at Athera. As it moves, you just cut across its underside, fully felling this thing, spilling its blood on the ground. And then you guys take a deep breath as you realize the fight is over and there are no more of these things.
Marcel will like look towards the wagon.
It's still, or the wagon is here.
Yes.
Yeah, you look inside. It's kind of dark in there. You see a little bit of sun coming through from where they poked holes in the top.
Dark vision.
Inside of it, you can see what looked to be just like looted, like food and goods and stuff in this wagon, but most of it seems to be torn up and broken. You can investigate it further if you want. You can go inside and look, but just from a glance, it's not looking too great in there.
Marcel goes inside. Hooray!
Sure. You look around. There are a couple of things that are still good. Nothing of incredible value. There's like some food, some clothes. There's a couple water skins in here. But it looks like these were just people who were traveling and then got attacked and then fled as soon as they could. And the Kruthiks kind of took over the whole carriage.
Marcel would grab some of the water skins.
Sure.
If it's still useful.
Yeah, I'd say you can find like 3 that are still good.
Yeah.
Leo's just gonna hang around all these dead bodies, and he's just gonna be looking around for a moment.
I think I'll probably just be leaning against the Kruthik, the final Kruthik, just catching a breath. Probably using some lay on hands on myself real quick.
Yeah, if you want to bring yourself back up to full.
Ava's gonna come down to the group, totally fine. I don't think she took 1 point of damage.
Nope. You and Gwen both.
Cocky walking up like, hey guys.
Gwen
Good
also
job.
slides down, sort of claps her hands. Ozzy peeks his head out of the bag and she just pets him on the head. She's like, well, I think that was great. I'm gonna go back to the carriage now. I think we're good to head through. And she skips along, heads off.
Find anything, Marcel?
Yeah, water skins. Always get that more water.
There's also some
But
like
is there-
food and stuff in there that you guys could take. Not all of it.
Oh, that's
Still water in the water skins?
no, but we can fill when we can fill it up. We can fill it up.
Oh, okay.
And there's also some good food in there, I guess, or some that has been ravaged. Ravaged. Unless you want to eat those guys.
But I don't think I want to eat either of the options. But did we bring our own food? We should probably keep moving.
Uh, before we leave, could I see? Does that armor look similar to what the guards were wearing?
Yeah, I'm gonna say give me. Let's call this an investigation check. I'll give you advantage because you're asking really good questions here.
2 dirty 20s.
Yeah. You are sort of leaning against this Kruthik and you look down, this like chitin plating across it. It's exactly what you saw the guards wearing in Tsabreen. It seems like this is a material that they, at least in Tsabreen, have used almost similar to how people use like furs and pelts from animals as armor. They have adapted these and sort of fastened them into armor pieces for the ones that can be used. Like the ones across the back make for really good chest pieces because they're big enough. They kind of have the decent enough shape. Some across the arms and stuff could be broken and used for shoulder pieces. So it's definitely what they used, but the art of making armor out of this would be something that takes a little bit of time and like knowledge to do.
Okay. I think while everyone else is trying. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Marcel.
Marcel was about to say right behind you, hey, if you're going to take its armor, don't forget it might be resistant to fire. And that could be very useful.
Yeah. If someone wouldn't mind helping me trying to get some of this armor off, I kind of want to try to make some armor out of it.
Yeah, I just want to take one of its heads. Yeah, I can help you out.
You can, if you help me, you can have all 4 of the.
Why would I have 4 heads? It's kind of wet heavy.
Why would you have one? I don't know.
I like collecting. You
know what?
Big scary.
You
monsters.
help me. I'll help you get whatever you want. You help me get what I want. I'll help you get what you want.
And Marcel will help Versailles.
Hell yeah. Give me a. Zach, what skill do you think you would use for smithing? Like, do you have a custom one made, or do you use a different skill?
I have
supplies.
Yeah, I have a smith's tool check, but I think that's more for making materials already.
Yeah.
I think if
survival is what I would naturally think of, but if you wanted to use your smithing tools check for this, I would let you. In the same way of like herbalism or poisoner's kit could use it to collect ingredients, you could also use smithing to collect materials.
I mean, if you want to use that, that's fine. Not gonna lie, that's the difference between a +0 and a +7 for me. So
I'm gonna say yes. I think it makes sense to say if you're collecting materials for your trade, you would be a little bit better at it.
Okay. 13. Would I still have bless?
Sure.
No, because bless does not work on checks. It only works on saving throws.
Do you roll with advantage?
No.
Oh yeah.
Did you say
Yeah, Marcel's helping you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 19.
19 plus bless.
Bless does not add to checks. Only saves
Oh.
and attacks.
Ah, I did not know that. Never mind. Look at me, not being a good DM. A 19 is good. What are you focusing on trying to get here? You could easily get, I'm going to say on a 19, either stuff to make like a weapon or armor, but not both.
I'm feeling pretty naked right now, so probably some armor.
Sure. It takes Rosaries about 20 or 30 minutes with Marcel's help to take one of these adult Kruthiks and carve off some of the armor. You take off the back plating, a couple of the side platings, and toss them all in the bag of holding.
One of the heads.
And one of the heads, which you could use later to try to smith some armor out of in your downtime.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you, Rosaries.
Please, can we put that in the bag of holding? Just
okay.
Okay. Thera.
Oh, gross. Why?
No, I needed help. It was the price I paid.
And now I'm paying it too.
It's the price we paid.
Just put it in here.
Okie dokie. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start heading back.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was heading
Yeah.
back.
Kind of hot.
Mm-hmm.
My back hurts, so I'm gonna head back too.
For sure. You guys all head back. The carriage driver is just sitting there with his head in his hand, waiting for you guys. He's like petting one of the horses that's in front of him. How'd it go?
Oh, just some wagon that's been abandoned because of those creatures attacked.
That's fun.
I
You
took
ready
its
to
head.
go?
Yes.
Sure.
Okay.
Let's get in.
You guys all
I mean, we
climb in
could
the
stay
back.
here for longer. You know.
No,
it's like,
Marcel, we need
We
to
don't
leave.
have time.
all right.
With that, you guys continue driving off. You sort of navigate past that carriage that was left in this little ravine. You guys move on and continue traveling a couple hours until you get to Khal'An, and we will take a break right there.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. Let's run to the bathroom, grab some snacks, drink some water. We'll be back in just a couple minutes. We'll see you then. We're back.
No, we're not.
Okay.
He's
Bye,
lying to
guys.
you. Okay.
All right. Let's pick back up. You guys traveled through the rest of the desert, going through the like upper parts of the Parhanam Desert, away from Tsabreen, through that little rocky crevice, through the savannah. You guys eventually end up traveling alongside a river, crossing a bridge, and entering a small city known as Khal'An. The vibe is pretty quiet and laid back. It's, just after dusk. It's getting dark at this point. You guys stroll in on the carriage. The carriage driver lets you guys out, says, "I'll go take care of the horses."
Okay.
Good ride, guys. And he departs off to go take them to a stable. And you guys are left to sort of explore the city. It's fairly quaint. It's not super big. It's alongside this river. There seems to be like a lot of residential area and then like a almost downtown district where there are some bigger buildings and stuff. But out here, it's very quiet. You see some people, some children walking through the streets, holding candles or even some like light cantrips. Where do you guys want to go?
To sleep. Is there an inn?
There's definitely an inn in the city that you guys could probably easily find.
Our letter just said to meet Solder and Khal'An, but he didn't say where. So I guess going to an inn and asking might be a good idea.
Yeah, the last time we found the people we were looking for in a church, we could try that too.
I think Zach hated that comment so much that he
He
just
left.
disappeared.
Yeah, that was a terrible comment. How dare you?
Okay, never
How dare you
mind.
suggest a church?
Wow.
Whatever.
We're going to an inn and you'll like it.
Guess
If
we'll
I
go
look
to the inn.
around, do I see like an inn or a church anywhere nearby?
I'll say, yeah, you guys are sort of walking through the streets of the city at this point. You spot an inn. There is a church not too far away. It's not necessarily like downtown, but it is a nice smaller building off to the side. So yeah, I mean, it's got all the regular like smaller city amenities. It's got the church with that strange sun symbol on the front you guys saw earlier with like the sun and then like the smaller red dot inside of it. The inn looks quaint and humble, not anything super upend. It's a very nice, calm city.
What? Ava, you're from the desert. Why don't you decide where we're going?
Not a church. Let's go to the inn.
All right.
See, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
Hey, the church worked last time.
Yeah.
I agree with Ava. Let's go to the inn.
All right. You guys walk through the sort of sandy streets of Khal'An. You approach the inn. It's a very nice, quiet building. You see that it has 2 stories. It's a little bit bigger, but not anything fancy. You walk in, and there's a nice woman with braided hair going down her back, working at this sort of like reception type desk. She sees you guys come in. She's a little bit older, like in her mid to late 30s, and she welcomes you guys with a friendly smile. She says, "Hi, welcome in. Are you guys traveling, looking to stay the night? What can I do for you?"
Marcel's just looking at his sword.
I guess Marcel's not going to talk. We're here to meet Solder Brazish.
Solder Brazish. Oh, well, I haven't heard any word about it. He's a historian here in town. I think he lives over a couple blocks that way, and she like points off to y'all's east. He's in a pretty notable house. I mean, you'll probably find it. He kind of has like his own little mini library there. It's a little smaller. It's got a couple stories. It's like a big white house. I don't think you can miss it.
The White House.
Yeah, that one.
I'll look to the group and just, do we want to eat some food before we go meet Brazish?
What time is it?
Yeah.
It's
if
right
it's
after dark,
night?
so probably about, let's see, it's spring. It's probably about 8:30.
You really want to go meet him at 8:30 at night?
Wouldn't it be better to do like morning?
You seem eager, but it might be kind of rude.
He also might try to like.
He's also
tell us-
paying us to do things, so I think we
Ooh,
should just...
Things that I don't think we're going to be doing at night.
I kind of agree with Ava on this one.
Yours.
Besides, don't you guys need to rest a little bit?
Not really. Kind of
No,
took
I'm
like a short
fine.
rest when I was in that carriage.
Well, I turned into a whole bear. I'm tired.
Damn. I think a good rest.
Nicely
should
wood
do
to
us all well.
good. And maybe you could start working on cleaning up those pieces of creatures, that thing, whatever they're called. Remember, you have to clean up those things.
Not here.
Well, you can't clean again.
I would take it outside. But yes, I will probably start on that myself. Good idea.
Yeah, it would get all gross inside the bag.
Does it get gross inside the...
I don't
I
want to
don't know
know.
how that bag works. Do I look like a guy who knows how that bag works?
No, I
you're
wish
not-
Lucian was here.
Marcel, if it's messy, you're the one who's going to be tasked with cleaning it.
Yeah, just you, Marcel, for sure.
Can you clean inside the bag?
You're about to find out.
Gwen goes up to the counter and she's like, "How do we get food? That's my main priority." The nice lady at the desk says, "Oh, well, we do have room service, but we don't have like an in-house restaurant or anything. So if you guys rent rooms, you can absolutely order food." Gwen says, "Absolutely." She slaps 2 gold pieces down, and she is going to go ahead and get her room and some food to snack on. She gets her key, she looks at you guys, gives a little salute, and she says, "Well, I'm off to bed, and I'm gonna eat, so you guys just let me know when we leave in the morning."
Gwen's been weird today.
Yeah, it's like she's someone else. I don't know.
She's hungry.
She's
She
always
gets that
hungry.
way when she's hungry.
Yeah, we need a Snickers, whatever that is.
Exactly.
What is that?
I don't know. I think something Lucian told me once is like some kind of powerful like ingredient or some kind of elixir.
Well, is everyone else also going to be running off to their rooms?
Well,
I
I'll
will.
be running outside apparently. Not married.
No! Please run. It's like, no, don't. Oh, yeah, I'll be in my room. I'll be focusing on my sword. And,
I'm going.
You've been
to-
doing that a lot, Marcel.
oh, yeah?
Are you two okay?
Yes, we are doing great. There's no issues with my sword
Inside
at
check.
all.
Yeah, do I need an
Yeah.
insight?
Listen, you guys
Insight
over
check
the
the
table
fuck out of
know.
that.
Go ahead, roll your insight checks in character. Juan, I want to let you decide this. Do you want to give them advantage or not?
Oh, no, yeah, they definitely get advantage.
Okay. Because you guys are in a party, you know each other really well. I like giving you guys some control over that. So if it's something that you think you would be able to hide, no advantage. If you're obviously not going to be great at hiding it, advantage.
Well, I didn't get it, so I'm just gonna say the reason why I don't think I get it is I think you're mad at me for being angry with you about your sword. Like
Oh.
I think you, like, from my perspective, we're jealous about our fancy swords, so I'm just gonna let you have your distance from me.
I got a 23.
I got a nat 20 for a 26.
Let's go.
Got an
Yes.
18.
Cool.
Open book.
You take it away. Especially with the theory hitting a nat 20, can you give us, or I guess in character, some insight into how
Yeah.
Marcel is feeling?
Marcel has always been like an entire trip. You know, he's still trying to be his Marcel self, but you start noticing that, yeah, for a guy who really likes doing what he does, he seems to be off quite a bit. Like he's more focused on the sword and focusing on the actual mission itself, which is kind of really out of character for him, since he's really 100% for the job. And you know that he's been kind of feeling more stressed out over the sword, and Leo does know more context than I think anyone else in the group. But yeah, so you can definitely tell he has a lot of stress over the sword. Except for Zarius, you think that
So you're just angry that I wouldn't give you my fancy sword. It's mine.
yeah, you just think that Marcel's seething with envy. He's like, oh, that sword should have been mine. Why did I get the sword?
I'll look at Marcel and be like, it's the sword, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the S word. Sword. It's funny word. Sword.
It's easy, actually, sword.
It's,
Yeah.
if you could spell it words.
Marcel, stop deflecting.
Yeah, I do that a lot, don't I?
Yeah. Could you tell us what's wrong? Maybe we can... I probably can't help you, but Grisaris knows about swords.
No,
Leo
look
knows
at him.
about gods.
I think he's gone. But I don't know. For me, this group was always kind of tricky when you're trying to tell the truth. Usually, I try talking to people who understand me more, but you guys seem to be a little more closed off. That's why I've been a little more closed off with you guys as well, because I didn't want to feel alone. I like that we all had this like little thing where we're all kind of closed off and just not telling our deepest, darkest secrets to each other. All like creating these walls, even though we should be talking about it. But no, it seems like we all have our own secrets, and I'm the only one that's noticeable. So yeah, there is stuff going on with my sword, and I'm not enjoying it because it's doing stuff that I didn't want it to do. The worst thing it done was pointing a sword to one of my teammates, which isn't good for a person who wants friendship and kindness and understanding of group behavior. The idea of a sword that doesn't do that is difficult.
Was that what happened in battle?
I don't know. I was there. I could have easily hit that thing, but my sword chose not to. It wanted this Bersarius pretty nice sword.
It wanted a sword?
Wait, what?
The sword, yeah, the sword.
Wait, we're talking about more than one sword now?
Yeah, there's now swords. Because my sword wants to do something with Rosaria's sword.
Oh, puberty.
Like mate.
Puberty is a
Exactly.
bitch. Sometimes a sword gets when seeing another sword, things begin to develop inside of it. That, but yeah, I feel difficult, and this is not just a thing that happened now or even before. It's just been going on for a bit since that break we took. Everything has been going a little off for me, and I've been trying to deal with it best I can.
Have you ever
Like you guys,
tried
I've been doing the
letting it
exact
do
same
it?
as what you guys do, and just block off walls. That's helpful.
Have you ever tried letting it do what it wants?
I don't think Brazaris would like that, and I don't like the idea of a sword that goes off on its own, attacking things that I don't want it to attack.
Maybe it's doing that because you're not listening to it.
Oh, I listen to quite a bit. In fact, I talk to a lot. I just don't want it to attack my friends.
Maybe we should put the swords together
Yeah.
just to see what happens. If Rosaris is okay with it.
I mean, we're all here if anything happens.
Over the table. I did say I left, right? Or
Yeah, you did say you left.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Rosarius is gone. That's why I'm so confused that Rosarius, why I was thinking Rosarius is here. Like, he's gone, right? My friend Rosarius is
We never said he was here.
But we know he's outside, though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we could,
I
we
will
could
say-
go ask him.
Yeah, I am probably just like down the road a little bit.
I'm not sure experimenting with something we don't understand right before we're gonna go meet to do a quest for a person is entirely smart.
It was just an idea.
I mean,
But what if something happens? Like, say we go to another battle, and then the sword actually takes control and does something that we don't want it to do.
And now you see where my stress is coming from.
I understand.
I mean that's valid, but we're not guaranteed that putting the swords together will make it better. It could make it worse.
And I didn't say we need to. I just said that's what's my problem. It's just
Nice.
I'm gonna like very awkwardly pat Marcel's shoulder, like that slow like pat. Well, good. Thank you for sharing.
because sharing is caring.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and
Yeah.
that's all the things that's going on with me. Because you guys all seem to have your own things going on, right? All have secrets and other stories they don't want to tell each other.
Does
think
it
that-
like a share circle right now? Because I will leave.
We're just not all as brave as you, Marcel.
Also, I think that your sword actually affects all of us right now.
I know I couldn't hide it that much.
Right, you totally ran into me in that fight.
Yes.
Wait, you what?
Oh, yeah, he ran into me and then gave me something about it being more strategic right on top of me.
It was a tactical. Yeah, it's the sword.
Oh, wow.
I don't know. I guess the sword was just something that I didn't expect it would do this. And now it's happening while we're doing an adventure, and I want to do something that will affect you guys.
Right.
So I guess it's okay for me to tell you this.
Maybe you should talk to Rosari since it's more closely
Sword
related to him. Yeah.
But I don't know why my sword connect to that sword. I want to connect to a better sword. I don't want it.
I'm
I
just
don't want my
outside
sword to
being
get
like, this is the
Rosaria
best sword
20
ever.
seconds.
This sword is so great.
I'm just sitting outside the name like, you're the best sword ever.
Damn, this shit was worth the money.
Marcel, I do want to apologize for getting angry at you in that fight.
For not killing the bugs, Mr. Pacifist.
Right. With everything going on with Lucilda and her missing and us being out on this mission, I'm acting a little out of character. I'm sorry for that.
I know it's you and Rizard were talking about that. You guys were whispering. Oh, hush, hush. Again,
Do you not
for once. I do know. It's just guys
Okay.
tend to talk about these. Well, you didn't talk to me about helping you dealing with those upperclassmen. I would have helped you in a heartbeat. But you went to Rosarius first.
I only went to Rosarius because he knows Lucilda on a personal level and they train.
And I know
all
you
the
as a
time
friendly
together.
level. Because we're friends.
You are correct. I apologize for that too, Marcel. I should have told you.
Because I'm telling all this guy to you guys now, except for Rosarius because he's not here. And Lucian. And Gwen.
And Gwen.
Okay, I guess I didn't talk to you. I guess there's still quite a bit of people don't know about this. But I guess we're all going to talk to him later.
Right.
And then
We
Kira,
do.
So good.
We need to let Rosaris know what your sword is trying to do to his sword. Right? I feel like he needs to
My
know
sword
what to expect.
If my sword is attracted to his sword, I want to be attracted to at least a better sword, with a better background and such.
We don't even know what that sword's background is.
I don't think my
honestly.
sword should be with an unfaithful sword.
How do we know it's unfaithful?
Because it picked Rosarius.
Oh.
Yep, the sword picked him, not him seeing the price tag and going, "Oh, I got the budget."
I'm not even going to argue that, Marcel. You're right. It did pick Rosaris. It's very unfaithful.
But if we ever do come across another cool something else, I think I'd get dibs and see what happens.
Of course.
Because Rosarius paid a lot of money for the sword also. I don't want, if something happens to it, then, well, that kind of sucks.
Right.
So, I'm glad we had this talk. Adira, Leo, and Ava, and only you three.
I am sure I am not missing a thing fitting my sword out here.
No, that was a good talk,
Beautiful.
myself.
Yeah. So let's all eat, drink, and go to bed and relax and enjoy what comes up tomorrow.
Right.
Agreed.
Once everybody does all that, Athira is gonna actually go out of the inn.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, good night.
All right. Anybody just going to bed, calling it a night?
Oh, yeah, Marcel. He's going to be relaxing.
Marcel heads out.
Ava's going up to her room and writing and going to bed eventually.
For sure.
Yeah. Leo's probably gonna go upstairs to his room, pray for a moment, and then go to bed.
All right. I guess we'll catch up with Rosarius. Rosarius, where are you at?
Right.
I was probably just down the street a little bit, trying to look at the pieces of armor, kind of comparing it to my height, planning out how I was going to put it together and all of that.
Sure.
Gushing over his sword.
I'm probably training with this sword. It's just the best sword ever.
God, I love this sword!
The sword,
It's amazing.
it was worth every penny. I don't want to lose it. Blissfully unaware that he missed a really important conversation because he's so antisocial.
Speaking of, Athira, where are you heading?
I'm gonna go to the church, but if Rosarius is nearby, I'll stop by wherever he is first.
Sure. Rosaris, you said you're not very far away, just kind of
I
down
would.
the road.
I mean, I would be on the main street, just like trying to like look at a place that it seems like I could pull out the pieces of armor and look at them.
Yeah. So he's just like a block or two away. You see him down the road, like sitting on a bench, kind of with his armor, comparing the sizings and stuff.
How's that going, Rosaris?
It's good. And then I would start going on a rant about like, oh, this piece is going to be my shoulder, this piece is going to be the chest plate, and just like, if you don't stop me, it's going to be a full hour of me just discussing how I'm going to put the armor together.
Okay, that's really cool. I'm sure it's gonna be great. I'm actually gonna go over to the church just to see it. I don't know. Just was wondering if you'd want to go along, since you study religion, right? Like, I know you don't have a god, but you study religion.
Possibly.
You possibly
Sure.
study religion?
No. I was deciding if the reward is worth the risk, and I think it is.
What?
This church is different from Ava's church.
Yeah,
But this
that's
church
kind of...
doesn't have the best reputation either.
Oh, what church is that?
It's the Parhanam church instead of the Church of Parhan.
What? So I'm not really good with churches, and I'm mostly just trying to learn, which is why I was gonna go.
I feel like Solder will probably have more answers than me on this, being the historian in the town. But I'm more than willing to go to the church.
Okay. I'm just gonna start walking down the street to the church.
I'm gonna hurriedly just shove all 30 pieces of the armor. And
It is a bag of holding that I'm holding.
Yeah, I'm gonna like grab it like from your waist and just like nope.
Careful, you know what I do to pickpockets.
Cheers.
Yeah, you guys head just a couple blocks away, through a couple streets, away from this sort of like central road area to the church. It is made out of that common like sandstone-esque building that you guys have seen before. Above the central double doors, it has that symbol of the sun with the dot inside of it. It's unlocked. You walk in, but it is lit by candles, and it doesn't seem like anyone's here. Like, it's late at night, people aren't really here. But looking around, you notice a couple of different things. There seem to be a couple books along one wall, decorating a shelf, a couple of art pieces adorning a couple of the walls, some stained glass work, even some altars to pray. It's a relatively small church. It's not super big. It doesn't look like you could have a big service in here, but it seems like just a place of worship that people come to. So if you guys want to investigate any of those things a little bit further, see what's in the paintings, look at some of the books, you absolutely can.
Books.
Sure.
Paintings.
You go over and you start thumbing through some of the books, looking at them, and the one that stands out is written by Solder Brazish. It is called... I have to pull up the actual name for the book.
Child of the Sun?
Child of the Sun,
Oh my
yeah. I
gosh.
already told you about it. It is called Child of the Sun, and then on the front cover it also has Parhanam al-Sham on the front part. Written by Dr. Solder Al-Kharif Brazish.
Nobody's around, right?
It's just you two. No one else is here in the church.
Alright. I'm just gonna carry it with me. It's my book now. Cool. I'm gonna just carry it with me, kind of be looking through it, and then I'll meet up with Athera.
Yeah, Athera, what are you checking out? What draws your attention? You got like the stained glass, the paintings, some of these worship places, and I guess Rosaris is already looking at the books.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at some of the paintings.
Sure. Give me a D4 roll.
Okay. 4.
Oh.
4. You go up to a painting. You can also give me a religion check. I'm
So
gonna
good at this.
be careful how much information I give you here.
And I give her advantage as I walk up.
Yeah, if Rosarius, if you want to also like observe the painting and potentially add clarification, if you want to make your own, you might have a higher bonus.
So you,
I'll just make my own if we both want to
Okay.
roll.
I got an 11 then.
I got a 12. I'm distracted by the book.
Oh,
He
no.
helps just a little. You see a painting of the desert. You can tell it's the desert. It has like the bright blue sky up ahead, big yellow sun at like the top center of the painting, beautiful golden sand in like these dunes. But the thing that sticks out is there is a small in this frame, like small person, because it's like a far view. This person has this bright orange skin with yellow markings across it. There's like a little bit of hair that goes down to just above their shoulders. It's kind of shaggy and wavy. It's like this really light yellow color. They're walking forward with their arms off to either side, and then ahead of them, just over a sand dune, you see like sandstone buildings and palm trees, but it looks very old. So it's not like a city. This looks almost like some sort of really old religious site. You're kind of making the connection, even on an 11, that like this is probably referencing Parhanam in some way, but you don't know the historical context of this sort of painting.
So Rosarius, do you know what this god is all about?
Apparently he's the child of the sun.
What does that even mean?
Son.
Well, the sun is Paran, so Parhanam, I'm assuming somehow is the two are related. Again, I don't know much. This is a bit geographically and ideologically far away from what I'm familiar with.
It's just because, like, when we were at that other place, it was like some moon goddess, I think, wasn't there too? They were like married or something.
Yeah. Stars, magic, moon, nighttime.
Yeah. Were they supposed to be like, help you with navigation or things like that? So I just was like curious. Do all gods have weird little, we help you with this, we help you with that? Like genies?
I think mortals wouldn't worship a god that didn't help them in some way.
But we don't know what this one does.
We don't. Whoever built this place probably does, but they're asleep.
Is there any altar set up like at the other place where there was like a prayer, or are they just like little places that you put coins in? Like I'm looking for something similar to what was at the other church.
The closest thing you find is there is a table set up that looks like a prayer table. It's got a couple candles on it. The thing that sticks out is there is a scroll on it with a quill and ink right beside it. You go and look, and just even at a glance, you can tell that this is almost like a prayer list, and a lot of people are talking about ailments that they have, blessings that they need, and things like that. Can you give me an insight check? I see the direction that Athera's mind is going, and I think insight would be a better skill here than religion, just to sort of put some of these pieces together.
18.
18. You make the connection of like, oh, when we went to the last place, the domain of the moon goddess and the god of the stars is that of like navigation, nighttime, even some magic, stuff like that. For this one, a lot of the symbolism seems to lean towards light. You obviously have like the sun symbol a lot, and with that, you're noticing that there seems to be another sort of domain potentially present of like health and healing. Like a lot of these prayers have to do with people saying, you know, hey, this person is sick or this person was injured, things like that. There's also definitely, you're a caster, you can find some magical components lying around that would often be used in like healing remedies and spells and things like that.
gonna go over to like the table, and I'm going to. Is there like? There's some candles that were lit, some that were not.
Mhm.
Essentially, so I'm gonna light a candle.
Give me another religion check. I'm having you guys roll a lot just for wandering around in a church at night.
This is to know if it's haunted.
12.
Well, you light a candle. What are you thinking while you do this? Are you hoping something happens, or are you just kind of testing the waters?
I'm thinking like, okay, I've picked up on the fact that people do these little rituals to their gods because they think that's what encourages their gods to bless them. So I'm trying to replicate that to see if anything happens.
On you said you got a 12. On a 12, you don't feel anything different.
Then I'm going to turn to that scroll. Is there like a pen nearby or a quill? Yeah. And I guess under whatever the last prayer was, I'm just gonna go ahead and write, may I meet expectations, and may I go home. And that's gonna be it.
Very nice. Rosaris, you want to investigate anything else before you guys sort of wrap up here?
Nah, I got a book.
Cool. There's still a couple of other things here that you guys you have the general vibe of the place. There's a couple paintings that are still left. There's like the stained glass and stuff, but you got a lot of what you were, I guess, looking for with this. At least as much as you can get going alone without anybody else here. After this, do you guys just head back to the inn, or do you go somewhere else?
Sure. I'm tired. I think I want to go sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna read this and then go to bed.
You're taking that?
Yeah.
Okay. Fun.
What? Am I supposed to offer a coin? There's nobody here to take it, and I'm not just leaving it at random church.
I don't care. You're the one who wants to make all the gods mad, I think.
If they're mad that I'm stealing a book about them, that's interesting.
I'm gonna just chuckle and walk out the door.
Cool.
Yeah.
Zach, I'll give you some over-the-table information here. Go ahead and roll me, let's just call this like an investigation check, just for how much can you power through this book before going to sleep. And I'll give you kind of a little bit of information before we wrap up here.
Got a nat 1. I'm pretty tired from that fight.
Yeah. You get through the foreword, the little 2 paragraphs in the beginning, and you're like, this is a job for tomorrow. And all that talks about is that Solder Brazish seems to have wrote this from kind of similar to how you were reading the what was it, a forward on religious studies, where it's like,
Yep.
we have all these other pieces, we're collecting them together and then telling a sort of story through that. This one specifically talks about how it's referencing Parhanam, what they did and said, a lot of, recording of witnesses and things like that. It is, for what most people deem, quite accurate, but probably not perfect. But it is the story of Parhanam from the moment they ascended to godhood until they died. And the big note that will probably draw Rosaris to read this more is one of the things that sticks out to Rosaris is it says that Parhanam is the first ever recorded death of the world. And that's it. We will wrap up there. You guys go to sleep in the inn. Very nice and peaceful. Well, most of you. Leo might be having a couple stressful dreams. But we'll get to that next time.